The whole point of this is really to understand who you are, what you've done, what you want, and what you want to accomplish, not only just in life, but in business, money, your wife, family, etc. Right?
Strong.
So to have the first question, what do you want in your life?
What do I want in my life?
Yeah.
Wow. I just want to for me, I mean, that's a great question, first of all. It's a big one. So I just want to go big, right? I want to make a lot of money. I want to go big. I want to have power. I want to have money and I want to have power. Not one without the other. So, I mean, I know that they're both equally important. So power and money, and I just want to conquer everything. Nice. That's the first thing I think about.
That's awesome, man. Good. That's good, man. That's good. And so I know you have a lot of experience in having salespeople and training salespeople and
Correct.
running salespeople. You know, you've personally sold millions of dollars for your previous company that you worked for.
Yep.
And so, looking through all of those sales reps, right? You've probably interviewed hundreds of salespersons and turned down hundreds as well, and hired probably hundreds as well.
Yeah.
And fired probably hundreds as well, right?
Absolutely.
So, walk me through what you look for in those interviews for you to be like, okay, this is a guy that actually can work for me. What are 3 things that you look for in an interview to solidify whether that rep's good or not good? Because most of these people that are going to be watching this are business owners, they're content creators, they're just starting their business, or they're hiring and they're having trouble keeping great sales reps.
Yeah.
So, walk me through that interview process where the thing that determines whether or not that person can get hired or not.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's pretty simple. A big thing that stands out for me is, first of all, are they coachable? Is the person who's being interviewed, are they coachable? Meaning, are they going to listen, or do they think that they know everything? Because if they think they know everything, then they're not coachable, and I can't teach them to sell the way I want them to sell, because control obviously equals income. So that's the first thing, coachability. Second thing I would say, man, is I personally like salespeople with less experience.
Why?
Because first of all, the coachable thing, they think they know everything. Then, I mean, you're not gonna fill a cup that's already full. Or they think it's full. The other thing is dude, they got to be hungry. I'm looking for the guy that's hungry, that wants money. That's
yeah, but how do you find that? How can you sort?
You can tell
and spot that.
You can just talking to somebody, you can just tell. I'm experienced enough to know that if I'm talking to somebody who's sitting on hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars versus somebody that's sitting on 10 grand who is not desperate, but who's just hungry to get change and hungry to money hungry, or a better word would be money motivated. That is somebody who I'm looking for. Somebody who's just hungry and willing to do whatever it takes to change their situation. I'm looking for somebody who wants change. I'm helping people change. I'm looking for somebody who wants change to help me change people. That's what I'm looking for in an interview. I'm not looking for the guy who's got 40 years of experience. He's sitting on 250 grand cash. I'm not looking for that guy. I'm looking for the guy that wants to go to the next level.
Got it. Would you hire someone that's broke?
100%.
Why? Got it. Why?
They don't have an option. Their back's against the wall, and they're gonna go all in.
That's a good point.
They're gonna go all in.
And what's the third thing you look for?
Let's see. We got coachability.
Coachability, making sure they're money hungry. What else? What's the third thing?
Man, I would say the way that they carry themselves. Meaning, I'm not gonna judge the person too hard. It's an interview. They're acting anyways. They're not. It's not even really them that you're interviewing. It's an act. They're That's actors. Good. So you don't know them until it's a week or two in, anyways. But I would say the way that they carry themselves, are they talking to me with certainty? Are they talking to me not fake certainty, but are they certain in themselves? You can just tell, someone who's willing to just get out there, embarrass themselves, and not care. Hit the wall.
How many times have you done that?
all day, every day of my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was like the first time that you, and thank you for all those answers, by the way, it was great.
Thank you.
What was like the first time where you were in a sales cycle and you got freaking punched in the face?
Bro.
And it just rocked you.
Day one, like
Yeah.
when I first got my sales job, like the first sales call I made, like every single call for like 2 weeks. It took me almost like 2 weeks to get one deal.
Yeah.
I was so bad when I started, zero experience. I was broke. I had a wife that was relying on me to like make money. I had no money, and I was like back against the wall. Like I had no option but to just take the hits. Like I got hung up on, like completely just humiliated all the time.
Yeah.
But at some point you just keep pushing, and eventually the marketplace will reward those who just keep pushing.
Good point.
Yeah.
I've been telling some of the teams that I manage that, like, one of the companies that I'm running, they are making almost no money.
Yeah.
And dude, they're working from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But dude, what they're sold on is they're sold on the mission.
Yes.
And I feel like that's most important when you're running a company and you're trying to get great salespeople. Anybody can make great money doing anything they want.
Right.
Like you can go sell solar and make $250,000 in 6 months.
Correct.
You can go on Wall Street, make $1 million in less than 3 years. You know, but like, what's gonna attract that person to actually want to do more and have that opportunity win? So that was huge what you were saying there. You know, with the broke thing, being broke,
Yeah.
getting punched in the face. What's I got another question for you. What's the huge upset that you had when you were selling? Like, what's one huge upset that occurred when you were selling? Because obviously, as a salesperson, you just get bashed in the face, and as a sales manager, a sales executive, a business owner, like you're getting freaking bashed all day.
Yeah.
So, what was the one that set you back, and you kind of looked around, and you were like, okay, what am I actually doing?
Man, I mean,
That changed everything. Like the one that you think of a horrible sales cycle that changed everything. What's that one cycle that you were a part of?
I mean, as a salesperson, like deal crossover is terrible. Like whenever you're like working a client and then
But not a deal, not that. I'm talking like you and a person.
okay, like me and the client.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I've had savage clients, man, like just go ham, just just go like be savage on me. Like I call them 4 or 5 times in a row because they're not answering, and they're like screaming and cussing, like this better be a fucking emergency, blah blah, blah. And just like hang up on me and basically go tell me to go fuck myself. But then I've also had I've had situations where it's just like, I don't know, like it's kind of like every time that a deal goes wrong, it's kind of like a setback. Like it feels like a setback. Like I've had clients promise me, I'm a man of my word. I promise you at 3 o'clock I'll have my Amex out.
They ain't doing
And then
it.
you put everything on that deal at 3 o'clock, and then boom, ghost.
Yep.
So like that's a setback. Like as a salesperson, there's many of those. As a manager, it's the setback is I put all my time and energy into a rep, and I develop this rep into a savage closer. Like from nothing to $250K a month collected, cash collected,
Yeah.
and they turn around and just like blow out, and they're out. It's like, wow, I put like 6 months into this guy. I took him from like broke to making $30,000 a month plus, and they're just, yeah, dude, I'm out. And then it's just kind of like the sales cycle as a rep. Like they'll do the same thing; they'll just blow out. So, I mean, that's a part of the game, though. Like, it's not, to me, it's like you can't just focus on the setbacks, otherwise you're just gonna like sink into that.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is the mission? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's a good point. You know, one thing that always stuck with me is like the opportunity thing.
Oh,
I'm willing to do way more for an opportunity than just money, every single time.
100%.
You know, because I'm always looking 10 years ahead.
Yeah.
I could care less how much money I have right now, because I know over a period of time, if I just keep reinvesting, stay broke. I was actually at an event the other day. The guy's doing $1 million a month. He's hosting the event. He's like, dude, you got to be willing to eat ramen noodles for 3 years.
Boom.
I'm like, bro, that's a good point. You know, he's been in business for 7 years.
Yeah.
He's my age. He's 26. I'm 26. Like, okay, this guy is obviously doing something different than me.
Yeah.
He's making $1 million. I'm making 30 to 50. What's the difference? Like, okay, he's sacrificing a lot more, right? So anyways, that's a good point.
Yeah, man.
You know, those setbacks, they can definitely take a toll on you for sure.
100%.
Definitely. So when did you get into sales?
Wow. I got into sales in like 2021 is when I like dabbled in it, but 2022 is when I went all in.
When did you what do you mean dabbled in?
I was doing door to door. I had a pressure washing company in Mobile,
Yeah.
Alabama.
Where you're from?
Yeah.
Bang.
Mobile, Alabama. Bang.
There it is, man.
There it was.
What's it like over there?
Bro, it's like, wow. It's not the big city, bro. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that. It's not Miami.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just slow people. It's good people. There are good people everywhere if you find them in the right groups, but it's just slow. Yeah, man, I'm thinking about doing something. All right, let's do it now. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's take some time and think about it. Like, it's that.
I see. You feel like you have an advantage because you have an accent?
I hope not. No, I mean, definitely not, bro.
I feel
Actually,
like you do, bro. It's just swaggy, bro. It's swaggy.
I feel like people actually are like, oh, get this hick off the phone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, but sometimes not, you know?
Dude, I'm trying to work a deal right now, man. The guy, he's got a country accent, you know, southern accent like you, man. I just talked to him, bro. I just can't stop smiling, dude. He hasn't bought anything from me yet, dude. But I just can't stop smiling. He just sounds like I'm like, bro, this guy's smooth, you know.
Yeah. But
Anyways.
you had a question. It was
Yes, yeah. When did you get into sales?
So it was 2021 door knocking, and
Yeah.
then 2022 I hit the phones for the first time in a boiler room.
Boom.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Why? What had you do that?
I just it was the opportunity for when I went all in. It was the opportunity, and I was just looking at the big vision. I knew that what I could become, surrounding myself by this like certain group and just going big, and it changed my life. I didn't know that I could pull in millions of dollars of cash collected over a phone call. And that to me is just like, it's power, bro. Like when you know that, like I have no problem going broke. Like before I did sales.
What's the brokest you've been?
Oh, it's been terrible.
Well, how much?
I've been like less than $2,000 in the bank account with 80, 90 grand on the card.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
like on
not
the
bad.
card, like owed.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, and
That's
then
good.
but like you get out of it because you know how to produce. You outproduce the problems.
Yeah. That's good. How much money did you make in sales so far?
Like overall, or like
Yeah, just overall.
probably just in sales
In income, yeah.
and income, like in commissions.
Yeah.
I would say I made at my last job. I probably made like 8 or 9 total. So almost $1 million
Nice.
in 3 years.
That's good, bro. That's solid.
Yeah, at least 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's huge.
100%.
That's huge, bro. It's huge. Not many people can do that.
Yeah.
So what's the most amount of money you've made in a single day? And walk me through that cycle.
Oh, that's a good one, bro.
Yeah.
Let me think. There's been a lot of them. Okay, so I had this client. She is a player.
Okay.
She's a country woman, actually. She has a thicker accent than me.
Yeah.
She's a great friend of mine. I still talk to her today. She has a big business. It'll do over 100 million.
Yeah.
It's in restoration.
Yeah.
And I was pitching like a certain product.
Yeah.
Like all day. And I was like, I'm just going to call up my friend. Like, she loves real estate, this and that. And she ended up buying, the product was 25 grand
Yeah.
for one.
Yeah.
She bought 4
Bang.
one time on one card for her, her son, one of her sales reps. And she didn't use any of it, by the way.
She just bought it.
No, she just bought it. I was like,
Damn.
wow. So, I mean, that's 10
So
grand.
what, you made 10 grand in one day?
Yeah, like as a sales rep.
Right.
Like just bang.
10 grand one day. Solid day.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I
Yeah.
like that.
That's good, man. So, you know, let's go back to like you being like a former sales manager and running teams, like building teams out. Obviously you have a lot of experience doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's the biggest mistake that you see managers make when trying to sort out and find great sales reps, dude? Because there's companies out there. We were talking to one today, dude. He's doing $300K a month, but he has no system.
Yeah.
Right? Or you talk to these guys, you know, they're driving Lambos, no disrespect, but they're making all this money. But then you look in their business and it's completely just destroyed. I don't even know how they're making money. So what mistakes do you see in a company when they're trying to find the right talent and also keeping that talent there so they don't blow out or bounce?
So I'm going to start with the last question first. How to keep talent there without blowing out?
Yeah, what's like the mistakes? What mistakes are being made to cause people to leave?
There's one major one that I see. There's not three. There's one major one. And that's not selling your heavy hitters on the vision, on the future. All these companies are out here and they think that they're just going to keep and retain high net worth individuals who are your heavy hitter closers. They think you're going to keep that guy without selling him on the opportunity constantly. That is the manager's job. However, if the executives above the manager and the business owner is not selling the manager, then that will never happen. So it starts at the business owner. The business owner needs to do that. He needs to take responsibility and show his team how the vehicle that they're in is actually going to fuel their future. And he needs to figure it out, and he needs to spend time with them. Like if your rep wants to do something, you got to show him how your company that he's working in is going to help him achieve those goals. But if you don't, it's just come in every day, make $5 grand, $2 grand, 10 grand, leave, come in every day. It's going to become
monotonous.
What's that
look like though?
It looks like
how do you sell that?
What do you mean?
How do you sell the opportunity?
You first talk to them and you care about them. If you don't have a relationship with your team will betray you. If you don't communicate,
is that only for sales reps?
That's overall. Like if you don't communicate with your team will die. They will literally they will destroy your organization. If there's no communication, they will sink. You look at it like my wife. Like what happens if I just stop talking to my wife? You think I'm gonna be married very long?
Nope.
Exactly. So it's not the same, but it's a relationship.
Right.
It's a professional relationship. So that's that. So
good.
So you have to communicate.
What kind of vision? Is it like a 2-year vision, 1-year vision?
Whatever it is.
10-year vision?
If my guy who's a top rep wants to be an influencer one day, I'm gonna literally build his career around that. And
within the business?
Within the business.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop him. I'm not gonna not care. Because why would he care about my business if I don't care about his?
Right.
And then obviously he has to be ethical and do the right things within my business.
Yeah.
But
now, would you rather have somebody build their own brand and build their own business working for you, or would you rather have somebody build their own brand based on you working for you? Does that make sense?
The second one for sure. I would definitely if I have a big brand, let's just say I'm selling furniture.
Yeah.
And I'm the best marketer ever. I would want my
basically a better question is do you encourage side hustles?
Do I encourage side hustles? I think that 9 out of 10 times it's not good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. If you're going to do the W-2 play or even the 1099 play and you're just going to commit to a business, dude, you need to give it everything you got. Otherwise, you're actually not doing right by the business. You're not giving it your all, and it's just going to be mediocre results, just not very good.
Yeah, because I've known some business owners that are that they support their. I've actually seen companies where the employee says, "Yeah, man, I'm starting my side business," and the owner's right there, right? So they're totally okay with it, So I just wanted to know your thoughts on that because it's a very touchy subject. You want to make sure the rep or the employee can succeed within your business,
right?
And he wants to live and he wants to do his thing. But I also agree with that, dude. The only way for you to actually grow a business, if you're looking at it from a business perspective, is to have a guy go all in. What does Ray look like when he's 70 years old?
Wow.
What's the 70-year-old Ray look like?
Wow. I'm going to have a 6-pack for sure.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, probably, hopefully. So I'm just going to have I'm going to have my beautiful wife. I'm going to have a family around me. And I'm going to be anywhere the hell I want to be.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm going to have freedom.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have legacy and power.
How much money?
Oh, billions.
How many?
At least 10.
Done.
At least 10 bill.
Good.
And I'm going to have sons to pass it down to. Like, all right, man. There you go. The legacy.
Good. That's good, man. That's good.
For sure.
Good. So I also want to go right back to the sales manager part, because it's a huge thing to know when you have a sales rep that's 2 or 3 years in.
Yeah.
How do you keep that person bought in?
Got to give them new games.
Like how do you keep a person bought inside the company? How do you resell somebody that's already been? Because I know at one point, you know, in my business and in other businesses that I'm managing, there's going to come to a point where it's 3 years in and a rep's been there for 3 years, and you're only going to do something so long until you get tired of it, right? And so for me, it was right around that point, you know? It was right around that 3-year mark. I said, dude, I just need to do something new, right? So for my business specifically, because you have a lot more experience in managing sales reps than me, how do you keep someone bought in? Like, how do you sell somebody on the vision for them to stay and not venture out and do new things? Because we want to. Obviously, we want to. That's why we're sitting here today, is to expand and grow. But there's some people that just want to work for you. Like, I came up with a philosophy like, dude, people want to be told what to do.
I agree.
You know? If they work for you, they want to be told what to do. They do not want to do their own thing. They want to be disciplined. They want to be told. They want to be enforced. They want to have targets. They want to have pressure on them. That's why they're working for you. If they didn't want that, they would go and do their own thing, right? So in your eyes, how do you keep someone bought in that's already making hundreds of thousands of dollars? They're the top rep, top employee. How do you keep them bought in long term?
Yeah, like from the management standpoint.
Yeah,
like,
from management standpoint. And when does it occur for them to feel like they're making so much money they don't need to try hard anymore?
Yeah. I mean, so first question, how do you keep them bought in? You got to give them new games. Like, you got to...
When does that start?
The moment that they have enough skill, the moment that all the phone calls end up to them. So like they're obviously the closer in the room, right? So they have enough skill, and then you start working on the other aspects of being a professional. Can they communicate to people? Can they handle people in person? And then you just develop them into a team leader and scale. So if they don't want to go that route, and if they don't want to go into the management route, that's a new game. But if they don't want to do that, then you can create other games for them. Like, you got to raise their targets constantly. Like, if they're not constantly trying to chase something, then they're just not. They are going to check out.
Yeah.
So
how can you spot that, like, right away?
You can just see it in their eyes. Like, it's very obvious. It's like, okay, he's like, he doesn't really care. He's like checked out. He's just like disengaged.
Yeah.
You got to just like be on top of him, and you got to be in control. Like, the only reason why one of your reps would do that is because you're lacking control and you're lacking confront.
Interesting. See, usually people think it's switched. The more the rep makes, the more you can lay off of them.
Yeah, it's
so like walk us through that. Like, why is that? Why do you need to stay on top of them?
Because they think once they start making money, they're in this new realm, and they're like, wow, like, it's nice. But what they don't realize is they're still completely broke. Like, they have no money. Even if they're making 40, 50, 60K a month, they're broke. And they have to understand that they're at the same level as they were when they came in. There are so many different levels. They have to do the same amount of change that they had to change when they started at that point of 100 or whatever, 200, 300, 400K a year. They have to change that much again to get to the 4, 5, 6, $1 million a year. So they just it just all comes down to communication and confront. Like, you have to be in communication with your top reps, and you have to.
Would you say more than the bottom reps?
100%. The bottom reps need it. I mean, you definitely definitely need to be on them, but your top reps are like keeping the room alive. They're showing the bottom reps what's possible.
Got it. So I agree with that, because the top rep, the bottom rep looks at what's possible because of the top rep.
100%.
And if the top rep is chilling, The bottom rep is going to see that and be like, oh, I can chill.
Exactly. And actually, the way it works, my experience is the bottom rep on the board, the bottom guy, the new guy, measures the opportunity of the company based on the top guy.
Rep. Yeah.
So
That's fucking strong.
He's
That's
thinking,
strong.
oh shit, the best I'm gonna do is what this guy's doing. But then some guy like me walks in the room and fucking smokes the top guy, and then it's like, whoa, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
Whoa, we didn't know you could hit those kind of numbers. So it's just the name of the game, bro.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
100%, bro. You got to roll.
Good, man. Good. Okay, good, man. And one last question before we wrap up. What's the number one thing that you need to have in order to be a great salesperson?
Wow. You got to be sold on yourself.
The one trait.
You got to be sold on yourself.
It's interesting.
Like what I mean by that, there's so many things that play into that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What is my goal? What is my mission? What is my vision? Like, you got to be sold on the company and all that. Like, yes, but I'm sold on Ray Butler.
Yeah.
Like, that's who I'm sold on. Like, I could go work for anybody. I could go sell anything. As long as it's ethical and the right thing. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do anything because I know I can do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as a salesperson, you got to be a savage. Like, you have to be a savage. If you're not, then you're just going to get ran over. And everybody starts out getting ran over, by the way.
How much time do you think it takes to actually develop to be on your way to being a professional?
It takes as long as it takes you to lose your considerations.
Damn.
So if you're a guy that can just roll, screw it, let's go. Yeah, let's go climb a mountain today. Okay.
You think someone could just jump in and just start closing deals right on the spot?
I've seen it, yeah. And then I've seen the guy that's got so much going on that it takes him 3 months, and then he's like barely up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. I was that guy for the first month. I didn't get a deal my first month. I remember selling cars, dude. I was breaking even every single month, man. I almost got fired like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy, man. You're right. It has a lot to do with the head thing.
100%.
And I really like what you said there about the bottom rep knowing what's possible based on the top rep, dude. That's huge. That's something that I just picked up from this that I'm going to implement.
100%.
You know, because if the top guy, if he's only making 10 grand a month,
dude,
the bottom guy comes in, he's only the bottom guy is only thinking with 10 grand a month. If he's making 100K a month, the bottom guy's saying, "Oh wow, I can make 100 grand a month."
100%. And then they're automatically just gonna assume that that's the ceiling.
Yeah.
Unless they got this thing unlocked right here.
That's true. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Man, let's just do it. Let's get paid. Let's make it happen. This isn't the first, and it's definitely not going to be the last. Let's roll, bro.